Good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it happens to be. Welcome back to the channel. This is Wicky William with Wicky Farms, starting a Let's Play on Hof Bergmann. Hof Bergmann is one of my favorite maps ever since the first version of it came out. It's had a few tweaks here and there, and now we are at 1.0.0.6 is the newest update, and that's the one that we will be playing. And it has a lot of stuff on this map to do it. But I wanted to let you know what we're going to be doing. I'm not going to be using F11. No cheats on this at all. I will be doing a 3-day seasons to begin with, and then we will switch over to 6-day probably after the first year when we get stuff up and going with it. I will be using helpers because I want the farm to succeed. So I'm going to be using some helpers, but a little bit different. I'm using a new mod for the helpers. I want to show you guys. It's a third-party mod, kind of cool. You will see the link for this map down below. It is from Uploaded website. That's the name of the website, Uploaded, which is one of the slowest download sites there is on the web or on the internet. However, it is well worth it. You can pay the $5 and get the premium, and it will download in literally 3 minutes, or you can just do the normal slow speed, which will take about 4 or 5 hours. Set it, go to bed, and you'll have it in the morning. Set it and go to work, you'll have it in the morning. You only have to get off work. It'll be almost instantaneous. So let's get started. Let's jump on in. We'll go over a few things, and we'll get a couple things done today during this episode and look to the future. Let's get started. All right, here we are, Hof Bergmann. It is 7 o'clock in the morning on the first day of spring. However, we do need to go in, like I said, and change this to 3 days. And we also want to go into our menu and change our fuel usage to default and turn off all this fun stuff, including automatic engine. So that's the gist of it right there. Let's get these credits through, and then we will walk through what we're going to get done. Alright, thank you Farmer Andy for this map. He is the one that came up with this map. It is an awesome map. Let's get started. Here is the PDA of the map. If you've not seen this map, this is what it looks like. The first version only had this part of the map, and then they just added this one on the latest version. This map is known for the fact that it had Global Company type of skills before Global Company was around. You could make stuff before Global Company was around, so that way you could kind of do productions without that script in the background. It's the same way with this one. This newest version, Global Companies has been completely eliminated out of it, and we still have a ton of productions up here. I'll show you. We have a skinnery, or a distillery, sorry, and then the skinner here for dead animals. There is a spinnery, there is a village shop, there is a butcher, there is the church, there is a cooperage, which I do believe is where they make the barrels and whatnot. We have milk storage, we have cheese and dairy, there's bee houses for that, for making honey. There is a fruit grove. There are vegetable farms, grain mill where you could get rye flour and whatnot. So that way you could have make bread in the bakery, and we'll get to that later on. We won't get to that in the first episode because we're gonna have to grow some rye flour or rye to be able to make rye flour out of it. But so here is all that. So I'm gonna start looking at our equipment. Do a quick run through. Here's the bakery. I'm going to show you all the equipment that you get. I'm going to turn on my flashlight. The gator pack is part of the downloads. You have the telehandler. You have a trailer. You have a whole lot of seed and food, pig food and all that whatnot. We got weights, we got buckets, we got all that kind of fun stuff. A bag handler, because a lot of this stuff is done in bags as like such. There is well, here, we can just roll this down. Watch this. These shelves roll down. We just can't go down too far because we have that below it. We got forks for your for your telehandler that are set in one place. You've got adjustable ones. You have a bale spike. All that is part of the map. Let's walk over here quick. The one thing that I have to say about this map is they give you way too much equipment. Some people will love it. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's good, so we're going to eliminate some of this. But we have a Fendt 724 Vario. We have a Fendt favorite. We have the Case Pro 7250. We have another Fendt over here. Now let's zap over to here. We have a New Holland Harvester. We have another Fendt 515C. We got that. We got that. We looked at already. The Fendt 313 is over here. And we have a John Deere right here. Not only that, you also have a Ford Transport van. And this is on the new section that they just added. Down here at the bottom, you have a... I forget which one this is. Sorry guys, I didn't look to see what this one was. We have a Armatrack 1104, which is new to this map because they didn't have this down here before. Along with a couple of boxes on a trailer. Because I think we might be stuck. Because we don't own this section down here, so we can't open it up. See, this is the strange part. We own the equipment. We don't own this section or the building, so we can't actually get out of it. But look, we got some more adjustable forks and everything here for it. So, because we own so much equipment, I feel like we should get rid of a good bit of it. We don't need all these tractors. I'm going to get rid of this Armatrack. I'm going to get rid of this 313. I'm going to keep the Case Pro, and I'm going to keep one of the 515s, and I can't remember which one it is here, because one of them is that black one, and I'm going to guess that's the one that's with the more money, so we're going to say this one. And if I got rid of the black one, oh well. So we don't need all that. I'm going to keep the John Deere because it's got the bigger horsepower. Actually, this has got bigger horsepower than that does. And we're going to sell the John Deere too. And the John Deere came with that, and I do believe the weight, and we got 2 fuel trailers. I don't know where the second one is. We'll probably end up getting rid of those because I don't like those fuel trailers. And we got rain collectors. In one of these buckets, we need to get rid of 2. I'll just go ahead and sell it, because one of them was on the front of that John Deere that we got rid of. So, good. We got rid of all that starting equipment. We have $535,000 now, and we still have a great deal of equipment. We also have a whole lot of storage when it comes to the hay, when it comes to straw, and when it comes to over there. We got silage bales over there. So we are set when it comes to mix TMR for cows. So we are going to get some cows. I'm going to start off with 10 of every animal that we can get, which include cows, which are up there on the hill, pigs, which are behind here, and ducks and chickens, which are over there. And we got horses in this barn, which I don't believe we can get 10 of, but we will get some of the horses over yonder. In here. Actually. Over there. That's what I want. They go in there. We got straw here. We got straw up here, which is up there. by pulling that lever. You got a straw right there. And I'm not sure how to get that upper up there. If there is a lever for it or not. And that opens that up there. That a door. So there's just a general run around. This over here that's on the farm is our bakery. We could buy yeast, which will go here. We could buy wood chips, which will go here until we start making our own. However, the rye flour we cannot buy. We have to make. So it's not going to be, the bakery is not going to be a starting thing. So let's go ahead and get started for the day. The first thing that we're going to do is we need to get a plow. I hate plowing. Anybody who knows Wicky knows that he hates plowing. I'm going to get rid of this plow, and we're going to sell that puppy. And I am going to come in here and get the Kloss large plow. This thing is awesome. So you can see the stats on it. It's 11.1 meter across. It does require 200 horsepower. That's why we kept that case. It goes 9 miles an hour. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. We're going to jump in the case. We're going to head on over and pick it up as soon as they open. The one thing about this map is there's opening and closing times. It opens up at 8. We will meet you over there. Alright, we jumped in the case tractor. We're heading on down to the shop, which is down around the corner here. We should get there about the time that they literally open the gate. Because they open up at 8 a.m. Here's some horses. The horse is down here for in town. We're now entering the town. 8 o'clock, and the shop just opened up straight ahead of us. I can actually hear the gate, I do believe, opening up. So some mods that we are using, as you can tell, is manual attach. So, what comes with the map, you might ask? Oh, I'm going to take over this corner. So, we get one field. That's the one that's right next to the farm. Since we sold all that equipment, we'll probably end up buying a second field. Maybe even the orchard. Yes, that's right. I said the orchard. That way we can get some apples and we can make some apple wine or apple juice. So let's go ahead and get plowing on this field. I'll show you guys the new helper mod that I'm using when we get to the field. Alright, well here we are in the field ready to start plowing. I wanted to show off this mod to you guys so you can see. I'm hitting H like you normally would for helper. Then you come up with this helper selection. So what this is these are all your employees right here. This right here is everybody who's looking for a job. They have different experiences. 24% experience, 26%, and they grow in pay as they get experience too. This is kind of cool. So we're going to go plowing. So I'm going to look for somebody who has some great plowing experience. It looks like Victor might be our man. So let's go ahead and we will hire Victor. You see he comes over here. And if we highlight Victor, I want to show off a few things. Base experience 26.4%. Base wage per hour is 30 pounds. It doesn't switch over for some reason for dollars on this menu. I don't know why. Employer sense 0 days and 0 hours. Dismissible possible. No. You want to know why? It's because this, like real life, you can hire these guys, but you get them for 7 days. You will pay them regardless if you use them or not for 7 days. They are your employee. Here's the experiences and additional wages for the different experiences, and they will say again grow. Pay so far $2.02. You know, $2.02 in our case here. $2.02. So general agricultural, basic knowledge, field tillage, sow and harvesting. It looks like different ones, different days, and the whole 9 yards. So let's go ahead and select him. He's in education right now, so which means I don't know that we can see. Look at that. You don't have helpers for this type of thing, so we're going to go ahead. That was kind of just to show you. I didn't know you could send him to school. I guess I get to learn stuff too. So, and we probably won't be able to select him now because he's in education. So let's go ahead and we're going to hire John. And we're going to put John to work. Now John will go off and start plowing just like normal, while we go do something else. Let's go on over here. Now I did say that I own the horse barn, which we do own. However, I also forgot that we own the horse pasture over here, which holds 16 horses. So we're going to come in here and grab this Fent. And we're going to drive on over. We don't have a lime spreader at this present time, so we're going to have to go get a lime spreader, I have a feeling, because all we have is a fertilizer spreader and no lime spreader. Nope. So we're going to have to go get a lime spreader. So because this only does fertilizer, it does not do lime, and nothing else here does either. Alright, so we're going to go pick up a lime spreader and some lime and start on this field over here. So we will see you when we get back to the field. Alright, so we're coming back here to our field, and I got notification that Johnny Boy says he's finished. However, does it look like John's finished to you? Sure doesn't to me. Seeing that all that field over there still needs to be done. Apparently he misunderstood when I said I wanted the whole field done. He stopped here. What's going on, John? Did you? I mean, maybe he had to go to the bathroom or something. I don't know what that was for. But let's come on over here. Let's drop down. Oh. I still missed some. This is what you get when you should have probably have done a headland. I realize I'm missing some. I'll go back and clean it up later. So I'm going to go ahead and do a headland around this field. And then put Johnny Boy back at it again so he can get finished what he was supposed to get finished. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, we sent Johnny Boy back off. Yeah, I know, I got in your way. Since Victor's still in class, we went ahead and went with our favorite spreader. Filled her up with lime. We're going to go nuts. So we're going to go ahead and lime this field and get it all ready. We can't plant anything because it's too cold. We're probably going to end up planting a field of wheat or barley. We might see if we can't stripe it and do a section of wheat to feed our chickens and a section of rye so we can start the bakery up and going. The bakery is a very easy money-making venture on this map. It does have some labor intense to it, but it's easy money making, so it'll be nice to be able to go that direction early and get that taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and lime this field and get that taken care of first. going down my checklist here, and we might start shopping around for a second field, but we also need to get our 10 animals of each kind that we can get. That's going to be some costly for the first year. It has some cost to it, be very costly, because we're going to have to feed them, and we're going to have to feed them with probably buying some food at the market for it, because we won't have chicken feed, we won't have any horse food, we won't have, you know, that type of stuff. So it's probably going to be a little bit costly that first year because of that fact, but we will get it worked out. And looks like we're going to have to stop this long enough for Johnny Boy here to get through with his plowing. So let's go ahead and get this plowing done, and then we're going to turn around and I guess I could just come around over here. Oh, this part of the field though is not lined. We'll start looking for that second field and go from there. Oh, and we're going to need some water, which means we're going to also have to purchase some hoses to get our water tanks filled up. So we still have a lot to go. We're going to probably do a bunch of it off camera, so this video is not very long, but we'll get that all taken care of, and we'll see you back in a bit. So one thing I mentioned, or forgot to mention here, is you don't need the shovel. That's one thing I forgot to mention. The reason we kept this telehandler was that a lot of our bulk items, like lime and whatnot, are going to come out in bags. Bags that are carried by this bag lifter. I need to do a little bit of climbing up here to... Wow, that was magical, wasn't it? Now let's go ahead and put you on. We'll take you off. We're going to put you down over here. Sorry for all the whip flash. I promise I will get better at this as time goes on. And we're not close enough yet. So I went ahead and emptied out the lime that was left over, and it appeared in these bags. So we need somewhere to put these bags at. So get on out. These will actually attach. These bags come out of that machine right there, which is our big bag, our big bag max machine, I think is what it's called. We're going to store all these in here, along with our belt system. So I just kind of wanted to show that to you guys. We'll get back to work. Alright, so we got the lime put back in the garage here. I wanted to show you this nice contraption. This is the big bag max right here. The big bag max, you can put bulk stuff in the top and it will fill it into a bag for you to store nice and neat. So we've got Johnny Boy who tells us he's done plowing again. Obviously he's mistaken still. Come on, Johnny. You have not completed your task, Johnny. He still thinks he's done. Well, we're going to have to get this field cleaned up so it'll be all ready to go. So I will get this all cleaned up, get this out of Johnny's head as far as being done. Oh, I see why. He is done because all this has already been plowed. I just limed over the top of it. So Johnny, let's check your work, shall we? What part of that field needs plowed? Just the very end. Good job, Johnny. Alright, I was wrong. So Johnny's got done there. We can finish that up later. We're gonna see about a second field. So we've got 4 here. That's 269,000. That'll take us down to about 120 grand. We got a grass field back here that we can get. We got a grass field right here, but that's a lot more money. Or we can come over here and do one of these fields. The orchard runs $34,000. I think that's a no-brainer. Let's just go ahead and buy the orchard. The sheep pen is $72,000. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the sheep so we can get some sheep going. And oh, we can buy 8. 8's inexpensive. We'll buy 8. So there we go. We got our second field and then some bought. So let's go ahead and jump out of here. Let's go get our 10 of every animal. And we'll hop our wall here and hop on over here to our cow barn. We got cows over here, we got calves over here. We're not going to get any calves because that takes milk to feed them, and we don't have any milk yet. So we're going to grab a tractor, go with our nice little Fleagle trailer here, and get our 10 of every animal and deliver them through, so you guys don't have to watch that. We'll be back in a bit. Alright, here we are. We just got done delivering the last bit of our animals. Let me jump in and turn this off. We have ducks. We have chickens. I got 5 roosters because I want them to start. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Let's just start producing babies. The ducks will produce eggs along with the chickens, and they'll come right up here. And then we just throw them into our store. I haven't shown you the store yet. Here's the store. We come in here, and there's our wonderful. Yeah, that's what I thought. And that's our wonderful worker right there. So we're probably going to call this a day for this episode. I wanted to thank you so much for stopping in and checking us out. Tune in next time when we feed the animals, water the animals using the new manure system, so that way you guys can check that out too, and maybe dabble in a little bit of honeybees. We'll check you next time. Till then, see you later.